Op je hier, ja.
Huh? Ga je YouTube doen?
YouTube ga ik hier doen.
Okay.
YouTube is pretending like it auto started, which it's not supposed to do. Okay, YouTube started on its own.
Okay guys, so
Just mute.
we are in Pretoria, so doing some new product scouting.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube is struggling. See?
Okay.
I'm at the same spot. I am stuck with my eyes closed. Beautiful. Beautiful picture.
I'm not sure how to fix that.
Okay, I'm back. You saw? I'm back. Yeah,
is
jy's back. Almal is back.
Okay.
We are here. Wat is hierdie? Jy's op.
Okay, and we're on TikTok. I can see TikTok.
Yes?
Yes. Is everything on?
4 streams at one.
Okay, maak Instagram.
Okay, so.
Okay, now we can see everything.
Okay, we can see you all. Hello, Glennis. How do people find you with these names? I can't even say them. Tom Nine-ish? We heard you. Yoo-hoo, we can hear you.
Okay.
Matthew is in the house. Ek moet net sê die materiaalwinkel waar jy was lyk hemels. Ek sal maar gaan. Yes. The one thing I can say, hello Lynn, is that there are quite a few large, big fabric shops here. Not necessarily cheaper, I don't find. Yeah, Matthew, sorry, we popping our TikTok cherry without you.
Are we doing okay? Are we? I mean,
What?
YouTube is back again. YouTube is coming and going.
It's okay.
I'm not
It's
sure how to
okay.
fix it.
It's okay. We're gonna just go with it. Tonight's gonna just be a chat, guys. But I'm gonna explain what we normally do. Normally on a Tuesday evening at 7, we do our live Tuesdays, and I am your resident sewing expert. And I normally do a short tutorial, and if there's a pattern I include it, and we give you the link to that, and then we do a tutorial for about an hour, and then for the next half an hour to 45 to an hour after that, we do a general Q&A. So any questions you have about sewing, general sewing, anything about tools that you don't know how to use, if I don't know, and I don't claim to know everything, I will find out and then return a week later with the answer. Okay, so tonight we are just doing a Q&A. I also brought a few of these plier tools because I had some questions about them that I will just do a quick demonstration on. And then what else are we doing? Oh,
we're gonna do an icebreaker thing.
We thought we'd play a game with me and
Yes.
Lisa as the
Test bunnies.
the test bunnies, and see if you guys can. We're gonna need to see this when we're playing the game. I just thought about that.
See, is that still working?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just worried I logged TikTok out now. Let me just double check. Yeah, open it on my computer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to open it there to see what.
No, I think, is it still working? Yeah, it's still working.
It's
lagging, but it doesn't.
Okay,
mean
guys.
it's
So if
lagging
we're
for
lagging, please excuse us. We will be back in Cape Town next week Tuesday with a proper live, and hopefully with Matthew as our cameraman. And but unfortunately we are on the Airbnb's Wi-Fi, and it's not a bad Wi-Fi. It's just that
we're streaming to
yes.
what?
We're
2,
streaming
3,
4, and also all of these are on the Wi-Fi. Maybe we should actually take them off.
Well, then we can't see anything.
No, but I can go on my 5G.
No, okay. No, it's okay.
Okay. All right.
No. Let's just stick
Okay,
to
so are
it.
you opening up
I am
Insta?
opening it, yeah.
Okay. Then as soon as we've got Insta on the computer so we can see all your comments, Hello. Brakenjan is here. Pink Milkshake. Hello, Pink Milkshake. Haven't seen you here before. Nebs. Hello. Just to explain again, we are in Pretoria doing some, new stock. Finding new stock and finding new goodies for you guys. So we won't be doing a full tutorial tonight. I will, however, be explaining how to use some of these that we do have on the website just now. But we're going to do a little bit of an icebreaker game. I don't know if you guys know, heads up. So how it's going to work is I'm going to put the iPad in front of my face because it needs my face. So I'm not going to be that. I'm going to look like a stupid person, but the actual game needs me to be close to my face. So, because otherwise it doesn't pick up that you're holding it up. Okay, and then we're going to do animals, which is an easy one, hopefully. And you guys are going to try and explain to me and Lisa what the word on the screen is. Who's into that? We'll do 2 or 3, just quickly, just to get some people to join and to just have some fun.
Cool. Bernice on Facebook says hello, and Susan on Facebook says hello.
Hello.
And Janine on YouTube.
Hello, Andries. Ek sien jy's ookie.
That's me.
Oh.
I'm on that profile.
Oh, okay.
Amina is keen.
Nabila, hello. Lily 42, hello. Is that Lily from work?
I don't know.
Lily, is that Lily from Matthew's work, or is this a new Lily?
Okay, let's do it.
Me. What me, Amina?
She's keen.
You keen? Okay, me too. The Melanie is also here.
The Melanie.
Is it the Melanie I know?
It says TikTok,
spelled
it's
the
probably
same.
not.
Melanie Knop, is that you?
On TikTok.
I don't know. Melanie, is that you? Say yes if it is. Melanie is one of our clients. Hello, Talise, House 89. I see you. Amina, your hair looks so awesome, Lisa.
Thank you.
Melanie, is that you? Or is this a new Melanie? Actually, it's an animal. I know that.
It bites.
It bites.
Salty Fick on Instagram says that.
It bites.
Then says peaceful sleep because of it.
Oh my gosh, what can that be? Peaceful sleep. Okay, it's a mosquito.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh,
That's so easy.
awesome. Is it?
Did it switch? No, check.
Oh,
Did you just check?
Okay.
Yeah, no, throw it again. You have to go like. Okay, we got it.
Okay, new one. All right, I'm gonna stay here because I can otherwise see it.
What happens if the timer runs out?
I don't know what we.
Oh, then we lose. That's what happened. We just lost the game.
Okay.
Just restart.
Okay, we just the game.
Yeah, just restart. If you run out of time, you lose. Okay.
Okay. Great stuff. Is it on?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Next one.
This one. Give me cool.
Okay.
Easy.
Let's go.
Come on, Amina.
Any clues, guys? Now we have to wait for the 30-second delay. Connection is laggy.
Oh,
I know.
jeez.
Let me just type
We
one.
should just do this on Word with a word and a piece of paper. Okay, so Lisa's typing you the word.
No, that's
If you
not
can't
it.
see-
It's just because YouTube's lagging.
Oh, okay. Anyone with any? Come on, guys, get with it. I'm sitting here with an iPad to my nose.
Come guys. Anything? Am I just missing it? Do I not see it? If you send something, resend it.
I can't look at you, Lisa.
Salmon says animals.
Animals. It's an animal.
Am I not? Oh my word, I wasn't scrolling down. Okay guys, sorry, that was my bad. Okay. Dangerous.
Lion.
Maybe it might live in the water.
Crocodile.
Endangered.
Crocodile.
Almost extinct. It weighs a lot.
whale.
It has a horn, according to Matthew.
A hern.
A horn.
Not a horn.
No, a horn.
What the fuck does that mean? It lives in the water.
Belinda says shits with the tail spinning.
Oh, that's geez, what is that? It's
That's a horn.
It
You're really
doesn't.
lost.
It doesn't matter. It's that it's a seekoei,
It
man.
lives underwater.
It's
Big brown. Big
seekoei.
animal. Big 5. No, it's not a seekoei.
It's not a seekoei.
It's not.
The tail spins when it shits, though.
It's not a seekoei.
It's got a horn.
Horn, you guys are mean, says Matthew.
I don't know. It lives in the water. It's not an alligator.
Okay, no, someone says it doesn't live in the water. We are not sure whether it lives in the water.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's grey. Amina
It's grey.
says it's grey.
Okay, so it's a rhino.
Yes.
A rhino does not live in the water. I'm just putting it out there. Just so you guys know for future. I hope nobody who said it lives in the water has kids who they're trying to educate.
Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
You have to go, no, you have to go out. I don't know, we could probably have figured out how to switch that off. But
Yeah, we could have.
I just want to see what the answer is.
Okay, one more. Okay.
Okay, guys, come. This time. Oh, well, Lynn says now hunted for its horn. Thanks, Lynn. Too late.
Yeah.
Ivory.
There's actually a newspaper thing about that today. I saw it on the pole, on a light pole.
Okay.
All right. Have we got any
Okay,
clues?
yeah.
It's an animal.
We are waiting. So far, long neck.
Long giraffe.
Oh no, but Kim just don't know.
Not a
two
giraffe.
humps. Has a hump on its back.
Camel.
Yeah. Super easy one. I mean, they said humps. So I'm
Okay,
like,
one more.
okay.
Come on, one
Okay,
more.
go out. I think, don't you go out?
Check it.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But I don't mind making a fool of myself.
Do we have to like wait like 5 to 10 minutes in live streams anyway? Because people are joining, for example, Facebook and Instagram send notifications out to our followers, but in intervals. So like immediately, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. So we have to wait a little bit, otherwise people don't get
Okay
the
guys, so
notification.
before I get stuck into these tools, let's do a few questions. Anyone want to ask me anything about sewing? Sewing tools, sewing anything? Ask away. I'm here now. So it's gonna take about 10 seconds for me to get the first answer. So we'll see if we get some questions. Otherwise, we're gonna move straight into this.
Okay guys, anyone was wondering, the game's called Heads Up.
Heads
Getting some questions, it's quite fun.
It's fun. You can play it on your I
Your
don't know.
phone, you play it on your phone.
I don't know. I know it works on an iPhone, and you keep it like this. So it's an awesome game.
Yeah, and then you go like that to skip to the next one.
To the next one, yeah. They used to do it on the Ellen DeGeneres show lots of times. But we played that before she started playing it. Years ago.
Yeah, but she also does it. She's like known for it. Okay, Amina wants to know, when are you starting sewing classes? On Zoom.
On Zoom. Not soon.
No. Just
not very zoomy. not really in a Zoom.
Okay, for anyone wondering, I'm on the 3 Service Center account tonight. So if you're getting messages from 3 Service Center, that's me.
Yes, that's my brother's business. I like Salman Surti. She says just like my name.
I know, for 7. Yeah. Okay, give us some tips on making eyelet curtains.
Okay, well this is eyelet curtains.
Oh, we have a few questions. Yes, guys, I'm excited. Okay.
Eyelet curtains easy. The problem with the curtains is that the eyelets. Okay, so that is a very good question because it's quite an industrial size eyelet that needs to go into an eyelet curtain. I am actually today, and I've been investigating buying more of the eyelets, so that because we do have the Hulk, the green machine that you can put eyelets in with, but I'm still buying the eyelets. So I know the really big ones, I don't think you can do that at home, but I am checking into that. I'm working on that as we speak. No, not as we speak, I'm lying. But I am working on that because now that we have the hardware, which is that big green press machine, and we have all the dies that fit it, I am now going to start stocking all the eyelets and things that go with it. But I do know that there are companies that you make the curtain and then they will just put the eyelet on for you. So I don't actually know, I've never used them. I think Cape Town Sewing Centre used to do it. I don't know if they still do. And obviously up here I don't know who would do it. But I suppose a place who makes curtains could do it for you. Yeah. Any others?
That's not a tip. Is your tip to outsource?
Well,
Yes.
the tip is to give me a little bit of time, because it'll probably take us about 2 weeks to get the stock of the eyelets, and then I can tell you what the biggest eyelet is that I can get that works on our machine, and then you'll just have to downsize the rod, maybe, I don't know. But I actually don't know. Those really big ones, I don't know. I suppose you need quite a industrial sort of size machine to do an eyelet like that. Those big ones that go into in those eyelet curtains.
Can you just give a quick explanation of what this is? Fabric 8 and
Okay, so
because this is the first time
yes.
we're on TikTok, so we just want to tell the newbies they
Yes.
haven't been with us before. We have 8 of them,
Okay.
5 to 8 of them.
5 to 8, yes. Okay, so we are obviously this is my daughter Lisa, I'm Amanda, and we are all partners in a business called Fabric 8.
Oh, and Matthew said John has to do her cameo today.
Yes.
John!
John. So it's me, my
She doesn't
daughter,
want to.
and my sister-in-law, John, and we started up the business called Fabric 8 Creative Supply Store. And we
Oh yeah, she's coming from behind.
Oh, here you go.
The
This
cameo.
is John.
This is
So
John.
we are the 3 partners in this business. I'm sure, I don't
You
know.
are in some of them.
So
Okay.
lean in.
Yeah,
Lean in.
Okay, yes.
This is John.
I,
Okay, here we go. You on it. There we go.
okay, I am.
Okay, and
So I do the marketing and social
yes.
media, and then
I'm
Amanda
the
is the
sewing expert.
and John is
I'm the wool and
The
wool
knitting,
knitting
the
and-
wool that she
yes.
hasn't
Yes.
got yet.
that she
But
sells.
she's working on it.
Looking for it,
Actually,
yes.
physically working on it at the
Yes.
moment. Yeah, so she's your knitting and crochet expert. And then obviously the plan is to expand this into all sorts of creative fields. So we do have an online shop. It's www.
John is camera shy.
John is still a little bit camera shy. I was like that. I'm not anymore. www.fabric with an 8.co.za, and it's predominantly online. So you order whatever you see on there,
And we have over, like I think over 1,200.
no,
almost
it's
1,500.
almost a
1,500 products in sewing, knitting, craft. And
Yes.
then general like thingies that you don't think you need for sewing, knitting, and
Yes.
craft, but I guarantee you,
We
when
are
you see
also-
them, you
yeah.
will know you need them.
We are expanding.
Like glue guns.
Yeah, we have glue guns, we have glue sticks. We are expanding into a range of tools now because I am a tool person. So the next thing a big thing that's coming is we're going to be getting some tools. I wouldn't actually.
Known for our sewing machine giveaway.
Yes.
So we've done that twice as well.
Yeah, we've done 2, and we'll probably do another one
Soonish.
soonish. Yes, soonish.
And then Live Tuesdays
Yes.
is a live stream that we do every Tuesday where Amanda predominantly does it, and she chats all things sewing. She does tutorials, demonstrations, like we've made dresses, shorts, bags, scrunchies, Christmas hanging
Stockings
thingies.
and bunting.
We've done like a lot of things, and it's
Yeah.
all good fun. We try to start every live Tuesday, which is today. We try to start it with a tutorial.
Yes.
And then after the tutorial, we do a general question and answer. So if you have any questions about sewing, you can ask Amanda directly
Yes.
on live stream. Like, I know we have lots of questions, and I will ask them to Amanda now after we with our little blur.
Yeah, just that. And guys, if you like, comment, please, everything. You don't have to buy from us, but your likes and your comments are worth the same to us. We are obviously in
for
business to make
example-
money, but we are in business to be the best out there. So how do we become the best? We reach more people. We know what you guys need. We need to know. So let me know. I don't know what you need. I have everything in the shop is things that I think I would need. But I mean, you guys, please tell us, like, comment, tag
Every
us
time
if you make
like,
something.
Every time you like, the algorithm on all of these platforms, they push it out to more people like
Yeah.
you and like our followers that might like the stuff that we're doing. And we don't even have to talk about the stuff we're selling. We're talking about the tutorials and the
Yes.
demonstrations and the
Yes.
little community we're building. So we'd love you guys to be part of that community.
We also have a WhatsApp group. Lisa, tell them about that.
We have a WhatsApp group. We have two. Well, the first WhatsApp group is all things sewing. So we chat sewing, send pictures, ask advice, share resources, things like that. Very, very busy group. Almost 200 members, but we still have a little bit of space. But it's a general rule. You mute the group and you read when you
Yeah, it's like a bed. I use it as a bedtime story. When I go to sleep, I open up the WhatsApp and then I read the days, all the things.
And then we also have another WhatsApp group for Fabricate updates, so you'll be first to know about
New
giveaways,
stock.
new stock, specials.
We have a
things
giveaway
like that.
coming up
Yeah.
within the next
Soon,
month.
yeah.
And a very cool giveaway.
Oh, and you can join these WhatsApp groups by going to www.fabric8.co.za/insta-link. It is the link in our bio on Instagram, and the rest of you must just type it out. www.fabric8.co.za/insta-link. You can find the links to everything you would ever need from us there. Our mailing list, our WhatsApp
Yes.
groups, all of those things.
And also all our patterns for previous
All our
lives
patterns
are
are
on there
there.
also.
For free.
And if there's something that we notice, you guys, we've had quite a few people on the group ask this week that they struggle to order thread because they actually can't see the thread colors. Now we are in Pretoria, so I don't have my computer, because I also have a desktop like this. So as soon as I get to Cape Town, I have really good pictures of the thread catalog. So I'm going to put it on that group, and we're also going to put it on that link.
Yes.
So you guys can, because it's very difficult to actually see the colors, but I've checked those of mine and they actually match the colors pretty good. So I'll be putting that up, and things like the Schmetch little booklet, to know
yeah.
which needle to use with. If we find resources that we think you guys can benefit from, we will never share someone else's live. It's just not, we can't do that, okay? And we won't share someone's pattern that's not ours.
Yeah.
And but anything else
But
that
yeah,
we
we've got a
find.
bunch of freebies there. So even if you hate everything we've been saying, you can still go to www.fabricate.co.za
It's free to download.
/insta-link to download. I
Yes.
think we have almost 20 free patterns
Yeah, we
there
have
now. And it's the nice and
Project
easy
18.
ones.
And
yeah.
also, can I just, for all the old people out there like me, if you click on the link you'll see it's a whole page with the pattern names. If you click on it and it looks like it's doing nothing, don't like me, go click and tell Lisa it's not working. Because it's downloading. It instantly downloads.
So check
Okay?
your
So
download
check
folder.
it's in the downloads. Because every time I go there, the last 3 times I keep complaining, but it's not downloading. And then when I check my downloads, there's like 10. Because it does actually download automatically.
And today we are in Pretoria because Amanda and John are stock hunting, supplier hunting, and
Yes.
visiting me because I live here. So our normal setup isn't here. No sewing
Yeah.
machine, no stitching today, no pattern. We're doing a general chit chat and question and answer. And Amanda's going to show us some cool tools,
Yes.
which are, I think, eyelid tools,
Eyelets and
thingies, something like that.
and so on. Yes.
but
I'm
we're
going to actually
starting-
just show the eyelets tonight.
We are starting the question and answer now, so feel free to ask any questions in chat. I might take a little while before I ask your question out loud, but I've got all the platforms open all around me. It's a whole happening.
Can we share? You share your exciting news? No, can't. After next week.
Anyway, so
We
ask
have a
your
meeting.
questions in chat and I will read them out and then Amanda will answer them and then we'll do the eyelid thing.
Then I told you it might not be so exciting for you last week already. But we have a meeting on Thursday. And only after then can I share my exciting news.
Okay, so we have some questions
Okay, go.
on Facebook.
Yes, hello
We
Facebook.
got in early, so.
Yeah.
What is the easiest way to pick a stitch?
Unpick a stitch.
Raisa on Facebook.
I'm assuming it's unpick to take out a stitch. The easiest way, unfortunately, is a quick unpick. But, funny enough, I am working on something that'll hopefully make that easier, but I have to test it first before I can share it with you. So, unfortunately, I can't test it today.
Check back next week.
Yes, I can't test it today because I can't actually physically sew anything. And I don't think the Airbnb people would like me to unpick a cushion or something just to check. But I have something in the works. So let me get back to you next week. But the best way still is a quick unpick. Yeah, unfortunately, if you are savvy with a blade can also help you, especially if you've got lots of unpicking to do. The only problem with a blade is that you get all those little, it breaks every stitch, so you get a little bit, lots of little threads. But there is no simple way to unpick. If you've got very strong fabric like jeans or something that you know won't tear, I sometimes just rip it apart. That is also something. But if your fabric isn't strong, it can break. Okay.
Okay. Susan on Facebook asks, working with clear plastic and shoe hard work, I then use tearaway on top and that worked well. Okay, more like feedback than a question.
No, wait, say that
She
again.
used tearaway on top of the plastic.
Okay, very
The clear
good plan.
plastic.
Let me give you some other plans. Firstly, there's something called the Teflon foot. Okay, so it's made to stitch on things that tend to want to suck to your foot. Okay, so it's called the Teflon foot. I have previously, when I couldn't find my Teflon foot, I've actually I've stuck Vilene to the bottom of my foot also, because your problem with see-through plastic and also with what's it called? It's vinyl or vinyl, like like fake leathers, is that the foot actually gets stuck. It sort of rides. I can do it with my skin. It sort of gets like a car getting stuck in mud. It rides the fabric. So the Teflon foot doesn't do that. You also get another foot that has a little wheel in it. So the foot physically has a little wheel so that it rolls it rolls over your fabric. The other thing you can try is a walking foot. A walking foot will also help with any sticky sort of fabrics. Previously, I've heard that in industry they sometimes use powder, and they powder the fabric because it makes it smooth and makes the foot run smoother.
Cool. Someone else said they're also working with plastic and it's like Emperor's New Clothes. I don't know exactly, but I feel like I know what you mean. Okay, so
I
the
don't know.
news.
I'm not that's.
And then, what is very good fabric scissors? Louise on Instagram wants to know.
Louise, is it my Louise? Yes, this is my Louise.
Innocent.
She was a student of mine, I think. Yeah, is it?
Innocent.
I don't know. No, I don't know what her surname is. But she was on Insta. Yeah, she was there. Yeah. Okay. Very good fabric scissors. We keep the black Mundials with a little red dot. Those are really good. I am in the process also of trying to get even better scissors. Not better. I don't know. More expensive, and that one can assume better. but at the moment, I would say our best scissors are the Mundials, and there you'll see we have two types of beta cuts, BETACUT, beta cut, and
Beta.
yes, no, it's beta. That's the guy said that. I don't make that word, but it's spelled like this,
Okay.
beta, yeah. Beta cuts, those are really nice. We also recently we now stock the Mundial pinking shears, and funny enough, talking about pinking shears, we have 2 new pinking shears. They haven't been photographed yet, and I've actually not even looked at them because they came in right as we were leaving for Pretoria, and the pattern is different. So remind me to show you that next week, guys. It's a pinking shears. If you don't know what a pinking shear is, it's the one that cuts like a zigzag, so that you don't, you know, when you do bunting, for instance, it makes beautiful bunting because you don't have to actually sew the edges. They just, and it stops it from unraveling so quickly. So in my opinion, in our shop, I would go for Mundial and the beta cuts.
Okay. Bernice Bilton on YouTube says, I bought a bias binding foot today and it's working like a dream.
Yes.
Would love to know your thoughts on a bias binding foot. Can I just rave about how awesome your fabric clips are?
Is this Burns?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Burns?
I think
Okay,
so.
she bought a binding foot today and it's working like a dream, and then would like to know your thoughts on bias binding foot.
Do you like them?
I like them. As I said to you, depending on which one you have, but the only problem with the bias binding foot is you can't work really thick. You'll see that there's a little, like I said last week, there's a little slot that the fabric that you're actually sewing the bias binding on has. It's a little slot like that. So if you sew if the product that you want to bind is too thick, it's actually not going to go in there, and then you have to do the method that I used last week.
Go check out our videos
Yes.
from last week. It's saved on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube.
Yes,
So,
it was a bias binding
video.
yeah.
What's it, bias? Was that
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week?
Yeah.
Okay, that feels so long ago.
Yeah, ne?
Hey. Okay. Lynn says she's made bunting shorts, Christmas stockings, and so much. Have a lot more to make from the tutorials. So that's after we
Thanks. But
said
Lynn
what we're
is one
doing.
of our true supporters. There's a few on here. Kim has been very quiet lately.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
worried about
silently
Kim.
tuning in.
I asked just after you left last week, Kim, what are you running from? You said you were running.
Lynn
I think
also
she's a
said-
jogger, so that was maybe a bit of a joke.
Lynn also says for the newbies, you do need fabric clips and also the Pro
I should
Mini
have bring.
steam iron.
Oh yeah.
So we call our Pro Mini steam iron Olaf,
Yeah,
and we
and
have
that's-
like a big press eyelet thingy
Yes.
that we call Hulk. You'll see
Yes,
it
and
next week.
that's all Lynn's names. She made those names. Lynn is. We're gonna make her ambassador.
Pamela Oliver on Facebook wants to know, do we sell different pressure foot in a set?
No, we don't. I unfortunately at the moment I ordered some pressure feet and they are on their way from China. I don't know. China's very far, and in COVID it seems they are drifting away. I don't have those sets, no, because there is so many people who have them, and I actually don't know how they get them that cheap and sell them that cheap. So all I can think is that it's really bad quality, or that it's really good and you guys should buy from them, because I can't get them at a really good price, and I am a little bit of a quality snob. So because the rolled hem is very popular, but the ones you can buy here loose is very thin, and I don't like a thin rolled hem. I like, I want to say almost like a t-shirt hem width, which is like up to 1 centimeter. I am awaiting them. I also ordered more, but I can't remember what I ordered. So I am awaiting some feet, and I will, as I said, I am expanding the whole time. It's just to keep up quality compared to what the prices I'm willing to pay and willing to sell to you, because I also don't want to be ridiculously expensive. And you guys will also see that if a product disappears from the website, that doesn't mean it's out of stock. If it says out of stock, it means it's out of stock. If it disappears off the website, that will almost always mean that I have found a quality issue. Okay, so yeah, if you see something one week and next week it's not on the website at all, it's gone completely, a quality issue. And the quality issue is not necessarily that I think it's bad quality. It can be that it actually travels bad. It sounds funny, but everything gets posted. We courier everything. So if it doesn't travel well, no matter how we pack it,
breaks, yeah.
then it's bad quality. Even though here in my office it works and it's perfect, if it doesn't get to you, if it doesn't get to you,
It's like a good like minute where you just like
trying to get this thing off my fingers. Yeah. So, but if something does disappear and you still wanted one, contact us. We can always get more. It's just that, yeah, we specifically had one product that we've now actually we've changed the product. It looks the same. It does the same job, but we found a better quality. Okay.
So Sadia, yeah, you're late. You're late and we noticed. Okay, who was asking? Okay. Diana Weibel on Instagram wants to know what is a pleasure food, but I think a pressure food.
Yeah, pleasure food.
Pleasure food is McDonald's. A pressure food is, I can't speak to that.
And a pleasure food I have not encountered myself. But a pressure.
Pleasure food. I don't know. If you guys meet Odin, the Great Dane, he knows pleasure feet.
Yeah, he's a bit of a feet guy. The dog, yes. Okay, so let me explain to you what a pressure foot is. When you're sewing, okay, so where are you going to start? Okay, so you have a sewing machine.
You walk in your sewing room, you unbox your sewing machine, plug it in, turn it on.
So when you sew on a sewing machine, you need something to press down on the fabric, because underneath the machine there's something that's called the feed dog, which is a metal bit, and you guys will all see it now that if you haven't noticed it before, if you don't know it, it's got little teeth. Okay, so those teeth, think about anything. If you got teeth, fabric will just slide over them. But as soon as I apply pressure to the top fabric, it sort of makes those teeth be like little rakes. And if your pressure foot is not lowered and applying pressure, it's a presser foot. So it's a presser foot, okay? If it's not applying that pressure, the fabric will not run through the machine. Okay, so that is what a pressure foot is. It's a little thing that actually physically touches the fabric from the top.
Okay, so that's what's a pleasure foot.
No, that was not a pleasure foot. I'm going to show you a pleasure foot a little bit later.
No free feet pics. Okay, Lynn said, do we find good fabrics? Oh, because she sent us to a place. Yeah.
I found some fabrics, but not... Yeah, it's a funny time, you know. I actually don't like buying fabric in summer, because I like cottons. I like pure cottons and pure linens, and a lot of fabrics these days are horrendously plastic. So I'm a bit of a pain when it comes to fabric. Also, I don't have time to sew. Okay, more? Any?
She wants to see your tattoo up close.
Who?
Lynn. And they want to know what is it about. You're gonna just stand like not all the way up close.
Okay,
and
but
then
you can tell
maybe
me.
we'll get all of them in. I think that will be, but like let's just wait 30 seconds.
We're gonna wait 30 seconds.
Okay, you're getting up on
Okay.
some of them. You're still sitting on Instagram. Okay, no, Instagram is good. That's good. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so that's M for my son, Milan, and that's an L for Lisa. And this is just a tree I drew. So it's not it's not the tree
Look
of
how
life.
cool it looks with the filter.
Yeah. It was before the tree of life thing came. This tattoo is older than the tree of life. But now
Trend.
it is
The
a trend.
Not much of a story, sorry.
Yeah, Leah. I'm not one of those.
Okay, guys, another last call for some more questions. I don't see any more right now. Bernice said she's never looking at a pressure fit the same way again. Pamela on Facebook says also thanks for
Pamela is
the,
also a student of mine geweest.
thanks for the great tip about using quality sewing thread a few weeks ago. It solved
Yes.
my ongoing problem with my overlocker that I couldn't use since I bought in 2020. So
Hallelujah.
thumbs up to you, Ceralon rocks.
Yes.
Ceralon does rock.
Okay, guys, I actually
It's
was.
worth the extra
I was-
£2, okay?
I was on a group. I am on a group. I'm not going to say what group on Facebook, and it's the guy specifically is a technician. Okay, it's his group, and he only works on specific machines, which I'm also not going to mention because then you're going to find the group. Anyway, but I've been on this group for a while because I like it when I know things about other machines, even though I don't use the machine, but then I can help people if there's a problem. Anyway, but this guy is like not nice. I can't use the word, he like craps, I don't know, on his people, on the people who pays him to fix their machines, no? So he's forever, it's like a teacher, he's forever on this group telling people going, if only I can get my clients to just do this, then half of their problem. But he's like, you know, you read it and you feel like he's shouting at people. You're in the naughty corner and you've done nothing. And it's so funny because he was writing this whole thing. It was like on Facebook this long, starting again, as I said, always, if only my clients will, da 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 da. And the whole thing was about exactly what I say, exactly like the thread thing, and I wish I could read it because he was saying it like I do, but like in a worse way, in like a teacher, you did this some wrong way, and he was talking about the same things, and I thought to myself, okay, I thought it was just me having to repeat this all the time. But this is a guy, he's a sewing machine technician, and literally his list is exactly the same as mine. I'll give you the list. I give it almost every week. If you're not paying 25 Rand or more per spool of thread
1,000 meters.
for 1,000 meters, you are buying.
Really, 1,000 meters? Is that not a kilometer of thread?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Okay, you are buying crap thread. If you fall for the tray of thread with 5 rolls in for 20 Rand, you will be sorry. And you might not be sorry today, and you might not be sorry next week, but you're going to sew a type of fabric that your machine already doesn't like a lot, and then you're giving him crap thread, and he's just going to go, no. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to have to take that machine in for service, and they're not going to tell you when you fetch your machine, and they're not going to say, you know, you were using bad thread, so we didn't have to do anything to your machine. They're going to charge you the 750, and they're not going to say, because that's how they make their money, okay? So 90% of problems on machines is bad thread. And that means top thread and bottom thread. Né? If you're using Ceralon at the top, don't think that you can get away with crappy ones underneath. It's Ceralon, or better. I'm not promoting a brand. I'm saying that is the entry level you should be looking at. Thread lasts forever. You do not need all the colors. You can match colors as close as you can. And every time you make something, you buy that color. And by the end of 5 years, you'll have the whole range. Okay? Bad thread.
It's a
cheap,
kilometer of thread.
Cheap, bad needles. in his post, he was saying, if I get a client again that says to me, this guy, he's hysterical actually, that says to me, I have always used this needles. He sounds just like an old teacher, no? I've always used these needles and I've never had a problem with them. And then he goes and he says, you having a problem with them? That's why you're here. Anyway, good needles, people. You can sew about 8 hours solid with a needle. So it's not like an hour and then you have to replace the needle. So for every pack of Smetch that we sell, there's 5 needles in there. It's 5 times 8 hours of sewing for something like 29 to 50 rand for 5. So use good quality products and you won't have sewing machine issues, as Pamela said there now.
So that guy sounds so funny and mean at the same time.
Yes, he's funny because I read it like someone who has a business. So instantly I'm like, oh, I feel so offended for your clients.
Sounds like me if I ever had to work with customers.
Yeah, well.
Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew.
Sure. And also Matthew wants to know what counts as better thread. And Matthew's not affiliated with us at any.
Yeah, no, Matthew is
nothing
not
at all.
trying to
He's not
get
trying
us to say what thread we sell.
Because Matthew has not been very active in chat even though he's supposed to be. But he's not affiliated.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason I keep Cerelon is, as I said, I assume that is the lowest you will go. Okay? So yes, 25 rand is not low, but you get better threads than Cerelon. And I'm not saying better in the sense that they are physically better. It's just you get them imported. Cerelon is a South African product. So you get Gutermann, you get Zwiggy, you get quite a bit of other threads that are more expensive, and you'll see their little spools are much less.
My word. Okay, wait, sorry, I read comments past where we are. Bernice says that happened to me in KZN. Company repaired my brother and told me the machine, the problem was thread. I ended up buying Cerelon and my sewing was much better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what it is.
Typical.
Let me explain to you. The machines are very sensitive to the thickness of the thread. Most machines. I'm not talking industrial machines. People, industrial machines are like caterpillar trucks, okay, compared to what you have. Sewing a domestic machine is just that. It's made for you to sew at home. It's not made to be run by people who will abuse it. Like in a factory, you know, it's a sensitive thing. It's an electronic sensitive thing, like especially now. So if you buy cheap thread, and you can almost see it, don't ever look at black thread as an example, because black thread always looks like it's going thicker and thinner. Doesn't matter what quality you buy, because your eyes can actually see it. Okay, so take any other color, like a medium green. And you can actually see that the thread goes thicker and thinner, thicker and thinner. Okay, so that's one of the problems. So now you can imagine the machine has tension wheels and the thread runs through them. So now if you run a certain type of thread through, at some parts, it's going to be perfect tension because it's the perfect tension for that thickness. Now suddenly a thicker bit comes through and then you get that way it lifts a thread, or it gives you just bad stitches. Okay, so that's the one problem. The other problem is you get thread that is so elastic. Okay, when we pull thread, it's not supposed to, it needs a little bit of, what is it called, spring in it, but it shouldn't be springing, and it should also not be no spring in it. So it's very important that the polyester and the weave and everything that they put in there is the right thing for the modern machines.
Bernice said she made a typo. She meant she was told the machine, sewing machine was the problem. not the thread. When she changed the thread, the sewing machine wasn't problematic anymore.
Yes, that's happened to many. I can tell you after 5 years of selling machines that I have honestly, touch wood, never sent a sewing machine for a guarantee. Now, yeah, that says something about brother, but it doesn't mean I don't get machines.
You are correcting, because I can't see that message, so send it again. On Instagram, Ashley on Instagram. Okay. So Lynn says,
YouTube is lagging.
yeah, I think TikTok is also lagging, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no.
Lynn said, please can we have a reel of Lisa and Matthew sewing something, and then we can vote on the winner, and we can do a poll on which tutorial they must watch and sew.
I don't have machines. I will allow them to sew on.
You should have bought the hand nine machine. I told you today.
Lisa knows so little that when she saw those
hand nine machine.
my machine, she asked me, "Don't you need some of these for the shop?" That's how little Lisa knows. Any one of you can tell Lisa why we don't use those.
Why?
It's absolute crap.
We had one in our design class.
Yeah, because
I
you
never
were
used it.
you were sewing on paper, not putting clothes together.
And then Matthew said, Lynn, I'll spoil it for you, it will be Lisa.
Yeah.
And then Lynn said, don't chicken out. And Matthew's like, Lynn, at best I'll be a mess. I will make a mess. At worst it will be a hospital visit. Okay, so Yi says, what material do they use to make waterproof tracksuits? Yeah?
Do they make waterproof?
Sewing expert.
Why do they make waterproof tracksuits?
So that when you run and it's raining, you don't get wet. I'm assuming it's the
No.
same as the
Okay, so
rain
these
jacket.
different fabrics. What? So
I don't know,
I'm
let's
assuming
use
it's
the
a run thing.
Guys, just disclaimer, I am not getting all the messages because I can see Lynn giving advice to someone to use clips and I can't see who she's giving the advice to.
Why is
So
that?
if we ignore your question, send it again. I'm sorry.
Well, we're not even checking here.
Yeah, it's
no,
not
that's
very,
off.
it's not very
Okay, so waterproof tracksuits, I don't actually know. I would suggest you go to a few fabric stores and ask them and tell them that's what you want to make.
Oh, Lynn says dry mat.
Dry Mac, I was gonna say Dry Mac. I know there's a fabric called, I think it's parachuting, and I do know that you get parachuting that is waterproof, but then you also get, if it's for running and it's this new technology like Nike or Adidas makes, those fabrics ain't necessarily available to buy. Those are very high-tech specialized fabrics. So, but if it's for a tracksuit for, I don't know, someone riding a motorbike to work, then Dry Mac will work, yes.
Or just put a plastic bag over
Yeah,
your
black bag. Well, we know Kim is running away from something. I don't know if she's running tonight.
Okay, welcome to everyone who've joined recently.
Yes.
We've been doing a general sewing Q&A, so if you're just joining in, you've missed it, but it's okay because Live Tuesdays happens every week.
And we save it.
And we save it. And we end every Live Tuesday with a Q&A at the end, so you can ask anything. Today we switched it around. We did the Q&A first, and now we're going to do a little tutorial. But you can also go to www.fabric8, like a number, c.co.za/insta-link. And you can download all our patterns there for free. You can join our 2 WhatsApp groups, the quiet one where it won't give you a lot of notifications, and the active one which will give you a lot of notifications.
Yes.
So up to you. You can join our mailing list from there, and you can tune back in next week, Tuesday
Yes,
at
we'll
7
have a
p.m.
pattern, and
We
we'll
are
do
on.
something. I
Yeah,
can't
we'll make
remember.
something.
What are we making? I can't remember
I
if
am
I've decided.
making nothing.
Nothing.
I'm making art with the videos. And we live stream on
Instagram, sorry. I thought you were waiting for me to answer.
we live stream on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
We are
So
not-
if you are on a crappier platform, feel free to switch over to a nicer one next week.
Yeah, we
But we are on all of them, so it's up to you. But like Lynn often live streams, watches the live stream on YouTube and she puts it on a TV.
Yeah.
So it's not too big.
Okay guys, so I just brought a few things. As I said, I had to pack. I had some questions, and I will actually discuss more of this next week because I couldn't pack it all. And So what I did bring is, it's called a leather hole puncher.
Maybe I should zoom it in. Though now everything looks broken.
Oh.
You just check.
Don't
And
zoom
then
it
I'll
in,
zoom.
I can go up there and show.
You'll see, now I understand why our camera people look at this and go, oh, there's nothing wrong. Because it looks like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, but
Is it still lagging? Gosh, why?
I'm not getting anyone saying it's lagging.
Is it lagging on Facebook? Give us an indication if it's lagging.
Okay, but
See, but it's the computer, everything's frozen. Okay,
Yeah.
it might just be us. Okay,
Okay.
let's assume it's us.
okay, so this is a leather punch tool, and I'm going to show it up close. Just try and zoom in on every.
Oh, Denise said, can we make a baby grow with binding one day? Probably not, sorry.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this is
you
what
got
it's
it.
called.
I would
Alright.
just show, like, if you go a little further there, then they can see on all the cameras. Well, now I can't see, but I think so. It's just taste it.
Where
No,
am I
hold still,
going?
hold still, hold still.
Oh, there.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so this is called a leather hole punch, and traditionally, it is actually used to punch holes in leather belts. And this little thing can wheel around, and then it has different hole sizes. Okay, so they don't always. Oh, this chair is broken. They don't always work as well as they should, and that is a quality thing. Again, that is not really what you should be using for fabric, but I'm just showing you because I use them, and if they don't work, then I move on to something else. All right, so I'm going to just show you how to actually put in an eyelet. So that's a little gold one, and I also have black. I brought some black ones. This is like last minute thinking, what can I show you guys on the live that I can actually bring with me? All right, so you would choose the hole, and guys, when you're doing eyelets, you want the hole to be smaller, only slightly smaller, but not the same size as the hole in your eyelet, rather slightly smaller than actually bigger, okay, because then your eyelet will fall out. So on this one, for instance, it seems to be the smallest one, okay, so you are just going to take your fabric, and you'll never actually put eyelets into a single layer of fabric. I would always assume that you put it in at least a double layer, and you would just physically, and I have thumb issues, press as hard as you can, and that didn't cut at all.
must I do
Not at all, but that is why I don't use that. But if it's new, it should cut. No, it's not cutting. Oh well, it's
I
started.
cut more when I did
Okay,
it.
so if it's new, this is old, and I use it on leather, so that's why it's not the best one. I've got a better one, but I couldn't find it. I have like 4 or 5 of these from over the years trying to find a good one. Okay,
What is
so that is a leather hole punch. This is on our website. It's called the heavy duty punch plier. Okay, it's slightly more expensive, but what is nice, it has a hole punch here at the top. Now many people will buy this and never even know that it has the hole punch. Took me a year or two to figure it out myself. And it also has a little measuring gauge, so which you can tighten. So I'm going to do the same now with this. You pass it in there, and then that little measuring thing stops it from going deeper, so you can actually make your hole on the edge of your fabric. But say you have to make like 10 holes, like for shoes or for a corset, then it actually keeps you the same distance from the edge. So this one works like this, and it makes the hole. And I'm gonna just go back here, and then you will put your little eyelet. And yes, I'm in Pretoria without the scissors. Yeah, me, the scissor merchant. But John had a little scissors. So you're gonna put it through the hole, and you're gonna lose one first. This is not ideal working on yours. Okay, put it through the hole, and then any one of these, except that one, they can all actually put eyelets in. All right. So this one has lost one of its parts, I see, but this is also on the website. And what is that noise?
Oh my God.
Okay, so the basics of these is you'll get on the one side, the little die has a pointy tip, okay, and on the other side it'll be like a round bit with a hole. So the pointy bit on all of these, there's a pointy bit, and there's that one's pointy bit. The pointy bit goes on the right side of your, so that's this side, and it goes into the hole, because the round bit at the bottom with the hole in the middle, that is actually the part that spreads the legs at the back so that it doesn't actually come out. So it is easy as pie. Once you've got it through the hole, as I said, you are gonna put the pointy bit in like that. It's so funny when one is used to working on a workstation, working in the air. I always say to people, don't pin in the air either. So I'm going to put the pointy bit in there, and I am going to just press down,
Voila.
and there is my eyelet. Okay, I'm going to do another one. That one doesn't look so lekker. I don't know what I did wrong. So we use this top bit to get our
What
hole.
happens when you're on live stream? Nothing goes wrong.
No, I don't know.
It's like you're like, this is the best sewing machine ever. It never breaks on live stream.
Yeah, well, it doesn't happen. Don't you
That
go.
doesn't happen.
Don't you go bloody. Okay, so let's do a black one. And again, point. Okay, so pattern notcher is, you know, in the, Lynn, you might get this, when we had trains and we actually took them and went places.
Okay, guys, quick story time. Matthew does not believe that trains still exist in South Africa. Like every time we're at a train crossing, so when we're at a train crossing, I'm like, Matthew, stop, there could be a train. And he's like, no, Lisa, there aren't trains here. I'm like, what do you mean there aren't trains here? Like,
Okay, so you remember the conductor that used to clip the little your ticket? Okay, so a pattern notcher is like it makes a little clip in a long sort of oval into your pattern, and you use that when you're pattern making so that it's easy to trace your patterns. Oh, that's so rude, Matthew.
I know, and I says, I've tuned the aluminum ones and they buckle after 5 uses.
Tailoring, Psyche.
What videos do you suggest to watch to learn how to tailor?
Okay, so firstly, I would not start with tailoring. So I don't know what your skill level is, but that is high skill. That's advanced skill level, tailoring, okay? So depending on what you're talking about, are you talking about soft tailoring or full tailoring like men's suits? As I said, that is, what is that? It's like masters.
Level 10.
Masters level.
We are on level 1. That's level 10.
Yeah. No, that's like masters. I did tailoring. I love tailoring, but that is not where I would start. But there is a very awesome video of a tailor on Civil Row, and I think it's something like the story of a jacket, or making a coat or something on YouTube, and he is a full-on tailor, 100%. It is awesome to watch. I always say that if I was 18 today, leaving school, I would sell everything I have and go apprentice at a tailor on Civil Row. That's what I would do, but I wouldn't be doing it now, but that's what I would do. Because tailoring is my thing. I love tailoring, but it is a high level skill. It is not something I would start with. It is not something I would even attempt after being like, I don't know, sewing for a year. It is difficult, and there's a lot of rules and a lot of structure to tailoring. So there's a lot of stuff that actually goes into a men's suit that you don't even know is there.
Let's say so you don't notch fabric.
No, you don't. Okay, so a notch on a pattern, when you buy a pattern, is those little triangles that are the edges. Now, some people cut them out on the fabric. I don't. I don't actually cut them in little triangles. I make little nips, and those are pattern markings. That's what a pattern notcher is. When you make your own patterns, you will use your notcher to make pattern notches to show where your notches are when you are actually using the pattern. So you can notch a fabric, yes. And as I said, when I grew up, we always used to meticulously cut out those little triangles that the patterns show you. But I learned that you don't need them. You just need the little 5mm cut into the seam.
My dad just threw me off his hotspot. That's what just happened here.
Oh, okay. All right. He's done.
Yeah.
He's now done.
Last call for any questions, and while we wait, please leave a comment, leave emojis.
Lisa, look, I'm going to show
send
you.
hearts.
I'm going to show you. Rose. Oh, you
I'm
can't
not
do.
sure that works.
Okay, don't do the rose. I don't know what we
I don't know how TikTok works. Welcome back. Okay. We are not
No,
TikTok
don't do that.
efficient.
But give us some
There are
hearts.
on
Yes.
Instagram.
See there.
Look, someone just did.
Whoever did that, I love you. I love you too.
Hearts. Send hearts.
Hearts, likes.
Like, comment, please. And especially to our YouTube people who I can't see anymore. Give us some
people,
likes.
yes,
please.
follow.
It
us
helps
leaves,
people find our
guys.
little business. It means so much to us. And then we are waiting
For the last, for a
one
question.
more question.
Okay, but I want you guys to always remember that I've said this before. We cannot do full outfits on our tutorials, okay? I am not making promises. There might be a day in the future where something like that is possible.
Because it was a little sewing lacking.
Mm.
It isn't usually, but tonight then go to www.fabric8.co.za/insta-link and go join our sewing WhatsApp group
Yes.
to chat to all the sewing people in South Africa who like to chat.
Yes. And
And
also,
get in on it before the group fills up, because it's
yeah,
gonna fill up.
it's bound to. Yes. Thank you guys. We are going to go for supper now.
We have messages. Teach
Oh.
us how to make our own patterns.
No, not gonna happen. That is a skill you have to learn.
Always fun, informative, and valuable.
I would love to teach you everything, but as I said, I cannot physically be on here 24/7, and this does not make me money.
This is not our bread and butter.
This is not,
sadly.
yeah.
This is the awesome.
this
This
is
was
me,
making
yeah.
the money.
This is
Once
making the
a
money.
week,
Yeah,
live stream.
man.
We'll go till midnight.
Yeah,
Marathon. Yeah.
battery packs everywhere. Okay, so I make my money working every day on Fabric 8 the store. So go buy something.
Okay, guys, I'm posting the link to www.fabric8.co.za/insta-link.
Yes.
You can find everything there ever. If we ever talk about anything, it's there. So the WhatsApp groups, it's there. Click the link, go to the link, join the WhatsApp group. Maybe I should put it on TikTok. Let me www.fabric8.co.za/insta-link.
We are
link.
We do, I physically sew, so if you haven't seen one of us, I physically sew on the live stream. I show you, I give you the pattern, I show you how to do it. It's just we are in Pretoria, so we're not at our home base, which is Cape Town, and I'm not going to be traveling with sewing machines.
But we almost bought our nine machine and then.
No, we were not never going to buy that.
And we're gonna buy one for traveling shows.
Okay guys, peace out, enjoy. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back in our old form next week.
With an actual tutorial.
And a sewing machine.
And it's okay, say goodbye to YouTube. Which
Bye YouTube.
That one.
Love ya.
There goes YouTube.